welcome to Waking Up the Whale Way. Well, welcome to the show. We thought as we're here late, we might as well stay right the way through and do breakfast television because, well, you know, people need to do breakfast TV. We've got the clock and the time check for you in the side of the screen there. And Danielle is my... I've done that bit. Danielle is my co-presenter. Hello, Danielle. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you, James. Thank you
Good.
very much.
And did you have a nice weekend?
I had a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
Saturday went shopping on the King's Road. Sunday charity bash in Billericay.
That's
Fantastic.
lovely, lovely. Well, we've got all the news, all the weather, everything you could need. We've got our dock spot, cookery, and a little keep fit as well, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. And there's going to be all sorts of exciting things as well, too, aren't there?
Yes, there are.
Yes, there are. But first of all, I think we should start off with our fabulous competition, don't you?
I think so.
And you have a chance, of course, to win this wonderful holiday for two. And I won't go too quickly, just so you get a chance to take it down. We had a winner from last week.
We did.
We did. And the winner from last week was Gerald Dillon. Hi, Gerald. Say hello to Gerald.
Hello, Gerald.
Lovely. And he's from Coventry. Congratulations. He's off to Rhodes. And this week's competition, you could win 2 weeks in Not Supposed to Have an Audience on Breakfast Television. OK. This time, you could win a holiday for two on the island of Crete.
Yes.
Yes, a very nice island as well. All you have to do is answer this one simple question. In Greek legend, where did the Minotaur live? Difficult one, that, Danielle?
I think so. I
Very
don't know
difficult one, that.
myself.
Was it A, Morocco, B, Crete, or C, Egypt? And you can dial us until midnight on Sunday on that number, 0891 900 007. Okay. Danielle, I'm just going to walk over and see Gary this morning.
Okay then, James.
Okay,
See you
see you
soon.
in a little while, you messy so-and-so. Anyway, of course, we thought best way to start the day was with a good cook. A good fry-up. And Gary Jacobs, of course, is our resident chef. How's it going, Gary?
Well, it's going very well. I did some sausages a little bit earlier. I've got some nice... This is a kosher one because these are
Of course.
Meat-free sausages. They're vegetarian sausages. And what I thought I would do is show how easy it is for anybody to make a breakfast. These are eggs. Now, they come out of the backside
they're
of...
eggs, are they?
Yeah, backsides of chickens. And if you do that before, you probably wouldn't buy them. Anyway, I've cracked a couple of those into here. And a few... These things are called mushrooms. They're a fungus. In fact, athlete's foot is another type of fungus, just so you know exactly what you're eating there. And these are tomatoes, which are in fact a fruit.
And what are you
could
cooking
put
them in,
apples,
Gary?
pears and bananas there if you liked.
Could you
We're cooking them in olive oil.
Whose
now,
oil? Oh, olive oil, yes.
Olive oil. We couldn't have used this last week's show because it's virgin olive oil and they wouldn't need condom.
No.
But anyway, we're getting it along very, very nicely. We've got some bread. What we're going to do is we're going to put stuff on it called butter. But I can't believe it's not butter. But anyway, whatever it is,
No.
we use a knife, you see, like this.
Breakfast.
And you smear it on. You can sometimes toast this. That means shoving it under a thing called a grill.
Very nice.
But we
indeed.
don't have a grill.
I
Get a
can't
clean
wait.
plate
I
if
can't
you
wait
can.
to taste this. Of
Well,
course,
look,
when it
you
gets
need
done.
a clean
Yes.
plate, but we haven't got one. I'm sorry about that.
Danielle can't wait to
But,
taste it either, can you?
all.
There
No,
it goes.
no.
You put the egg on there.
Yes.
You put
yeah.
that there. And you put that there. That's
Yes,
for
we've got a
one.
couple more
Whoops.
minutes, so you can take it a little slow.
Yes.
We've got a couple more
Well,
minutes
I've
to
got
go.
do it for two. Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, yes,
What
yes,
we can
yes.
do
And
is
of course,
we
we've
can
got to
make it
feed
really
the
delicate.
whole crew, haven't we? The
Yes.
crew has to. That doesn't look cooked to me,
Oops,
but still.
daisy.
Yes.
It may not look cooked to you, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, eggs are best when they're soft. Take
Right.
that off, put it on somewhere safe.
Yes.
We have this special mat that
Uh-huh.
we've made there. There we are. And that's...
Absolutely.
If anyone in the audience would like to have a taste...
Yeah, oh, yes. Well,
nice.
I think, yes, you've
We've
got some forks and things as well.
Anybody like that? Anybody like that?
Yeah. Have
Anybody like that?
you're not cooking any...
Oh, shit! Oh, God, one minute. It's a kosher breakfast.
Okay, well,
Stand by. Hold on.
yes.
Hold
No.
on. We've got stand by.
What?
We've got some boiling water.
have you got a stamp?
Somewhere here. Oh, there we are.
Sorry, what are
Got
you
some
doing?
boiling in the bag kippers, but some idiot took them out of the bag. We can do those. That won't take long.
Okay, we'll come back in a few moments, I think, and check that out.
So I'll just check them.
Yeah, that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm gonna go back and do some letters, I think. All right, Gary. Gary Jacobs is carrying on. I'm just gonna walk over here. So that was exciting, wasn't it, Daniel?
Very
Wasn't that exciting?
exciting.
For breakfast,
Really
I think that was
exciting, yeah.
marvellous. That was absolutely marvellous. And of course, we want you to know that we're going to have all the news, all the weather, everything else today, aren't we?
that's
and we've got
right.
some brilliant music, haven't we? Got some brilliant
We've got
music?
some wonderful music,
Got
James.
some wonderful music and some lovely letters. I must get the. We've also got. I forgot to mention this as well. At home, we've got our Agony Aunt spot coming on a little later on. Lovely Claire,
Yes,
very
lovely
nice
Claire.
indeed. For camera 3 over there, it's so difficult. So many cameras. We're multi-camera'd,
We
as
are,
they say,
multi-camera'd.
multi-camera'd. And this one comes from Eugene McCarthy. Eugene McCarthy, see the time there? Is that the right time? Yes, it must be. Anyway. Yeah, one in mind. Anyway, Eugene McCarthy failed to... this is Eugene McCarthy, one of our viewers. There we are, one of our viewers. Have you ever seen a bigger-looking prat in your life? And he has written a number of letters asking to appear on the programme. We invited him to appear on the programme, you know, the other day, and he didn't turn up. So we were swearing about him, but we thought we would let him come. And Eugene, if you want to come on the next programme, then we're inviting you now. We'll be in touch with you, and if you don't turn up this time, then all sorts of horrible, nasty things will happen, and Danielle could well come round and disturb you.
I could.
Yes.
I could.
So, if you don't want that to happen, Eugene, you had better be here. Thank you for your letter. Another letter here. This is to, oh, hello, camera 3. This is to Mike Mansfield from Sandhurst in Cranbrook, which is Kent. And he said, by chance, I saw Tina Hobin dance on the programme a couple of nights ago. That's when we weren't breakfast television. Now we're breakfast television. We've got Tina back, and she's going to be our rotivator. So she'll be rotivating us into, I think that's the right word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, rotivating us into all sorts of interesting things a little bit later on. If you would like to write to the programme, can we get a shot? Do you think, without knocking over your page, I know it's early, could you hold that up for the camera? That's it, that's lovely, OK. Whale on, Mike Mansfield, smile. Smile, that's it, good. Whale on, Mike Mansfield TV, 5 to 7 Carnaby Street, London, W1V1PG is the address. If you would like to write to us, we'd love to hear from you, particularly if you do something we could see on television. And if anybody wants to come on the show, you can come and sit in the audience, or you can come and take part. And I think that would be very good indeed. OK, we put that down. There's a nice sun up there, and it is breakfast time. And if you have just got up this morning, welcome to the show. Breakfast TV, Danielle and James here. And we have all that you need to know. I think we're going to have a little music now, because it's a good time just to relax if you're going to the bathroom. And later on, one of our lucky viewers is going to be woken up with Whaley's wake-up call. That'll be good.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly. But first of all, some music. And you're going to introduce this, aren't you?
No, James, I think it's over to you,
Is
isn't
it
it?
over to me? I thought it was over to you.
I don't think so.
You
It's
don't think so? It's me. It's Esteban Antonio, and Esteban is a brilliant flamenco guitarist. Brilliant. And Esteban, what are you going to play for us? Canción de mi corazón. Yeah. Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, Esteban Antonio! That was great, Daniel. Wasn't that lovely? That was lovely. First thing in the morning, Esteban Antonio. That was brilliant. And you're appearing. Where are you appearing at the
Dos
moment?
Estrellas for a month.
For a month.
Yes.
And you have a lot of flamenco girls and things dancing around there.
Show, yes, every Saturday for 1 month, starting next week.
And you're going to come and you're going to play another tune for us later this morning.
Yes, thank
Good.
you.
Thank you. Good morning. And if you've just joined us, this is Danielle.
Hello.
And I'm James Whale, and this is Waking Up the Whaleway, and the time's coming up to, well, something there, as you can see. Now, I think we're going to, what are we going to do now? Oh, yes, into the break.
Yeah.
Breakfast television competition. Very important, this. Of course, this enables us to pay everybody. Now, for holiday for 2 people, okay, for 1 week on the island of Crete, which must be taken after the 15th of September, which is a good time to take it because all those other sort of common people have all gone home, haven't they, with all their snivelling kids. You don't want them there. And all you have to do is give the right answer to this one simple question. In Greek legend, where did the Minotaur... Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we do. Yes. Where did the Minotaur live? A, Morocco, B, Crete, or C, Egypt? Ring this number anytime up until midnight on Sunday, 0891 900 007. And join us again for more breakfast frivolity after the break. Good morning, welcome back to part 2 of Waking Up the Whaleway. We're going to be talking to Doc Cox a little later on with our Doc Spot, but right now, Danielle, I think we're going to wake somebody up, aren't we?
I think we are, James.
We're going to ring Nicholas from Witchell.
Witchell.
Nicholas from Witchell,
Nicholas from
yes.
Witchell.
We're going to
Shall I
call
do
Nicholas.
Shall I do the honours?
Please.
Right, let's have a look.
Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Nicholas. How are you?
Who's this then?
This is the whale wake-up call, Nicholas, in the middle of Waking Up the Whaleway, and Danielle.
All right.
And James, we're here waking you up this morning. How are you?
Well, okay, really.
Oh, good,
It
good.
Seems that, yeah, fine. How are you?
Very well. How many of you are there watching the programme?
Well, there's me and a couple of friends.
A couple of friends. Ah, well,
They're getting on.
you... Isn't that hilarious?
Yes.
Yes.
Very-
Very good indeed. Well, what exactly are you up... Oh, yes, I can see we've got a
Yes.
camera there in the room with you at the moment, so say hello to Neil.
Yep.
Yes,
They're having a
that's
good time.
And introduce us to your friend who's there with you.
Well, we've got, what was her
Who's that?
name?
Who have you got?
Caroline.
Oh, good. Hello,
and,
Caroline.
James.
And James, another James.
James.
Yes. Oh, well, they're having a lovely time,
are,
aren't they?
I think they are. Definitely.
Well, we'll
you
leave you
carry
there,
on.
and it's time for you to get up. And I
Me?
bet you'd like to know who put your name forward to be woken up the whaleway, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. You'd like to know, Nicholas, wouldn't you?
Yeah, love it.
Okay, well, it
Great.
was...
Fine.
Anyway, enough of that. Thank you very much indeed. And, oh, it's going swimmingly, Daniel, isn't it?
Too much.
Well, Doc Cox is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Oh, thank you. They remember. It's nice to know. It's nice to know that Esther's let him out for the morning. Yes.
Yes, so she's cleaning her teeth at the moment, so it takes hours, you know, it takes hours. Oh, no, later, dear, later. You can fondle me later on. Fondle me, no. I know the testosterone is over. Just rub me shoulders whilst I read this little bit out for you now. I've got some questions from viewers, ladies and gentlemen. Janet Fitzranit from Thanet says, how can I stop my grandmother from sliding down the banisters? And the answer, I believe, Janet, is to wrap barbed wire around them. This won't stop her sliding down the banisters, but it will slow her down. Thank you. Now, we've got Jean McCreen from Aberdeen. She says, Doctor, I've had a cough for 7 days. And I say, don't worry, it's just a wee cold. A wee cold.
Is it my examination now?
Later, dear, later. I've got the wrong glasses on. I'll put my reading glasses on, OK. Elsie O'Delsey. Oh, yes?
Can't you stop? I know, you're very attractive to
I'm
women,
a sex magnet.
We're trying to do a program.
I'm a sex magnet. Can I help it if I'm 6 foot of solid testosterone?
Really,
can I help it? Right. We had another letter from a viewer.
You're more popular than the presenters of the show.
Certainly, and quite right too. And now, Elsie O'Delsey from Chelsea says, how do I get rid of a headache? Well, the answer is, stick your head out of the window, and that will remove the pain. Should I do this one? Elton Skelton from Feltham says, I'm very under-endowed in the masculine...
Time for my examination now, please, Doc Cox, because I've been waiting a long time, actually.
Look, I'll just go over there, get the baby lotion, rub it all over, and I'll be over there in a little while. And if you could get the rhubarb standing by as well. That's right. Elton Skelton from Feltham says, I'm very under-endowed in the masculine plonker department. How can I make my wedding tackle touch the floor? And this, of course, is quite easy. Just chop your legs off. Right. Willie McLilly from Caerphilly says, what shall I do? My baby has eaten 3 pounds of lead shot and a stick of dynamite. Well, the answer is, of course, put him to bed, keep him quiet, and don't point him at anybody. Do you want the dirty one now? You want the dirty one? We have now from the West Country a lady from Devizes.
Remember, this is early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
It's
It's still after the watershed.
Oh, when am I have my examination?
Did I? Oh, there's teeth marks that I left last time. Oh, no. Excuse me. Right.
I don't know that we should
now,
allow
from the West Country,
I'm
from
wondering whether we should have
Devizes,
him
we have
on
this lady.
there.
There's a lady from Devizes who has breasts of different sizes. One is very small, hardly anything at all, and the other is large and wins prizes. And she wants to know what to do about this, and I say, what you do is you use Dr. Bream's Bazuma creams, and you rub them on the breast that is too small. But unfortunately, it looks rather like hair gel, and this will, in fact, if your husband rubs it on his head, it will make this enormous breast grow on his head, and this is very unfortunate because then you have to paint it blue, stick a badge on it, and join the police. Right, have we got any more?
No, I think that's enough because.
Can't I do the one about the wind? Can't I do the one about the wind?
For the moment, no, because
you pick
no. Please, Daniel, I don't think we can have that sort of thing on the show. We've had
vulgar. I like vulgarity. Honest vulgarity. I like a bit of honest vulgarity.
Do you want to do the one about the wind?
Let's do the one about the wind.
Because people have wind problems. don't they?
Doctor, I'm suffering terribly from the wind. Can you give me something for it? How about a kite?
Excuse me, was that worth it, Mansfield? It wasn't, was it, really? No, it wasn't really, was it? Okay.
I was rubbish on That's Life as well, wasn't I? I was rubbish on
Now,
That's
look,
Life.
just before we move on, you've got this chance of a whole new career.
Yes.
Whatever the Sunday papers have said about you,
yes,
you can
and
put
it's all
it
true.
all behind you.
Yes.
You've got to stop having the entourage and the girls coming.
Yes.
Isn't that true?
I'm bunking myself into an early grave. I'm bunking myself into an early grave.
You've got to stop it.
I will.
You've got to stop it, hasn't it, Danielle?
Yes. I've got to lead a clean life like you, Danielle.
I think what we're going to do now...
He's fumbling now. Someone's talking in his ear.
I think what we're going to do now...
He's fumbling now, people. Someone's talking in his ear.
Have you finished?
Yep.
Okay. What we're going to do now is a little keep fit, because everybody needs this in the morning. We're going to rotivate people.
Ooh.
And if you feel so disposed, you can do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, keeping us all fit this morning, Danielle. Of course, we want to be there as well, really. This is Tina Hobin. Hello, Tina.
Keep your feet close together. Take a tiny step. As you step forward, push your hip forward, back, forward and back. Forward, back, forward, back. Good. Now keep your feet close together, otherwise it can look like this. Or like that. Okay. Feet close together, feet flat. Now stepping backwards.
Well, that's very good. I think we probably just about stopped there before your... Can we, Baz? Can we see the microphone has fallen on the floor? Can you see this? Look, the mic. Have a look at this. Turn around. Have a look. Look.
Got shimmied off, didn't it?
Look at it. Look. Turn around, Michael. Get a camera over there. Look. Look at that. I mean, honestly, I'm glad we managed to keep that going. You know. Yes, it does happen on breakfast television because you're up early and you never know what's going on. What's the time? Well, it's okay. Oh, by the way, good news. Good news about Crapper because Crapper has had a baby, and there we are. Crapper and baby are doing well. Isn't that lovely?
Lovely.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? Very, very nice. Well, it's that time again, Danielle. I think we should hand over now to Jane for the latest news, don't you?
So.
Okay, Jane, it's over to you.
Take it. Take camera one on one and cue Jane.
Now?
Absolutely now.
Now? Right, okay. Look, some really important close-ups of me, okay? And then... And then...
If you look towards the camera, darling, it's there.
Right.
And cue
And
Jane.
then... Yes, and then some headlines, but first the close-ups?
The
Is
close-up
that all right?
your hair's looking sensational.
Is that a...
Off you go. You forgive us, won't you, Jane?
You sure it's all right?
Absolutely looking
No,
fabulous.
mascara, thank you. This man is such a treasure. He really is. No,
It's lovely working with you, I can't tell you.
it's a joy. It
Thrill.
really is.
Thrill for me.
It's been a joy. It's
Well,
been a
look.
pleasure.
And cue, James, excuse us just a
Right.
second. And cue Jane.
Thank you, Mike. Right, this is the breakfast news. Well, leafing through, it's pretty much the same old thing this morning. Politics, John Major. This is pretty boring. Let's get rid of that one. Right. Okay. John Smith and Margaret Beckett. That's even more boring. And finally, there's a story about Teresa Gorman, which is really, if I can only tell you, this is stupefyingly boring, which leaves us with Bosnia, the UN, Croatia, David Owen, and I think that's about enough of that. I think it's really had it with that. I don't know if there's too much we can do. On the pop front, and now we're getting somewhere. Is this better? Yes. Right. Michael Jackson may be forced to give up his singing career. He's denying reports that he intends to supplement his income by babysitting. And finally, Gaza is in the headlines again. So you could say, what's new? Looking ahead.
I'm sorry, don't you carry. It's
Looking
terrific.
at, look, is my hair still all right?
No, yes,
Is
lovely.
it fine? Right, okay, nothing out of place.
Change the dark.
Okay, right. Looking ahead now, just after you've left for work, we're going to be having all the best bits and exclusive interviews with everybody who's rich and famous, who, quite frankly, you really want to see right now, so I'm sorry, it's hard luck. There will be more news in our main bulletin on the hour when our special correspondent will be giving a special report focusing on something really worthy and socially conscious, which, frankly, you probably know a bit about anyway and just don't give a toss about. So that's what's coming up next. And until then, news updates every 15 minutes with headline bulletins every 10 minutes and local news every 5 minutes. More of me, more close-ups, weather, traffic, horoscopes, cookery news, this wonderful man, everything on the minute, by the minute. And I guess that's about it. Is everybody okay? What's it like down there now, James?
Oh, it's great, Jane. Lovely to see you. Did Danielle and I were just thinking how good you look at the moment, weren't we?
Looking good.
Looks very, very good, Jane. Yes.
My hair is all right.
Have you done something different with your hair?
Hair's in place.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks
Thank
very
you so
good.
much. Did you have a nice weekend, by
Yeah,
the
we
way?
had a good weekend.
weekend.
We had a lovely weekend. Let's catch up right now. Thank you, Jane. We'll see you later on. Lovely to talk to you, and we have more
Thank
news,
you.
of course.
You're not going to give Tanya Breyer my job, right?
No, I think you're quite safe.
Thank
Absolutely no problem. But I think we ought to go out and check the weather for the rest of the day, don't you? Okay, Kate, what's the weather doing?
Hello, James. Can I say hello, Danielle? And a big hello to... What was wrong with Jane's hair?
Well, she's just had it done.
Looking very... Oh, it wasn't good. Wasn't nice. And the biggest hello of all, of course, to Doc Cox. Thank you for that wonderful week, but you did say I'd be able to walk properly again in about 3 or 4
Yes,
days. I'm
that's it,
still
yeah.
having trouble with the stairs, Doc.
Use the Vaseline and the...
Anyway, the weather. Well, of course, the good news is that the London Weather Centre have said there's going to be a heat wave. But then that is about as likely as Mark Lamar turning out to be talented. So I would not stockpile the Amber Solaire or book your bed in the cancer ward yet. Why did I mention Mark Lamar? I have had nights with cystitis that are more entertaining than that man. Anyway, to the weather. Well, as you can see, we've got the map here, and, well, it's looking quite sunny in the Midlands there, and I don't like the Midlands. It's full of working class people, and what will they do with sun anyway? I mean, would they treat it properly? Would they go out, get a bottle of champagne, do something marvellous? No, they wouldn't. They just sweat a bit more on their way back from the chip shop. So we'll have some clouds there. We'll move that down, and more clouds over there. Lovely. Now, what the hell's this? Well, it looks quite pretty, so right, I'll have some of it down here. Feel a bit like red Paris. Can you see what it is yet? And a couple of these. Oh, shit. Oh, there's more of them somewhere. Aha! My earring. Mum, I wonder if they're a dog. Excellent. Yeah, these, I don't know what they are, but they look rude. So we'll have some of that pointing up there and pointing in there.
So, Kate, lovely. So what's the outlook?
Well, there's a lot of people sitting over there.
Yes.
And there's a guy with a camera. Yeah, Neil, hello. And there's, oh, camera one over here. We go back a long way.
Yes.
Yeah, hello, camera one. And apart from that, it's a bit gloomy, but no.
Okay, well, we'll check. And you're not even standing on a box, which I like to see.
I'm not actually.
No,
I'm standing
that's
on
good.
I'm standing on the stillies.
Yes. Oh, they're legs. We never see your legs, do we, normally? And, no, nice. Oh, yes.
Later.
I think
please.
it's probably time you'll enjoy this now, Kate. I think we're
I
going to
will.
have some music
You
now.
say that always,
I
James,
know,
and I
and it's-
never do.
That's better. You're supposed to look lovingly at me. That's all you're supposed to be here for. God's sake. And now some music. Esteban Antonio, ladies and gentlemen. programme that brings you all the news that is news, keeps you up to date with the weather and gives you regular time checks. OK, waking up the whale way, Danielle and I are here. Hi. We've had the dock spot. We just about got over that. And music from Esteban Antonio there. Thank you very much indeed for that. And why doesn't everybody get into the programme as well? What are we going to do now? I think... Competition, do you think, Danielle? I think we should do that.
Why not?
Yes, I think we'll do that. Okay.
The competition, James.
Did you hear a voice?
No.
No, I can't understand what that was. That was somebody else talking there. Anyway, we've got a fabulous...
competition.
Yes, competition. Right. Now, here we go. Holiday for two on the island of Crete, which must be taken after the 15th of September. What's that noise again? Very strange. And all you have to do is answer this one simple question. In Greek legend, where did the Minotaur or Minotaur, or it depends where you came from and where you were born from, where did he come from anyway? Was it a he? I don't know. Probably was.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, doesn't matter at all. Was it Morocco, Crete or Egypt? Ring this number coming up on the screen, 0891 900 007, and you could be winging your way to paradise. Now, I've told you, Doc, shut up. Good morning. And we couldn't get rid of Doc Cox, so good morning anyway. And the Doc is still with us. There's hundreds of women waiting outside. He can't get pulsating outside.
Pulsating.
Anyway, it might be nice. All right, Danielle.
Yes,
Lovely to see you. We're here. We're both fine. We've got more weather, more news coming up for you a little later. But now time for our agony aunt, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, it is. Let me just check the running order. Yes, it's time for our agony aunt. And I thought agony aunt was going to come and sit up here, but never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Britain's newest and most famous agony aunt, Gary Claire Jacobs. Morning. Morning. Morning, Claire. Morning, Claire. Can you sit there?
Come and sit here, Claire. You look as though you need a chair.
Careful,
for
you're
Claire.
just a Claire for a Claire for chair,
Good evening.
or is it a chair for Claire?
Good morning.
I don't know, but
You want to watch those hormones, Claire? They're playing
Oh,
havoc with your chest.
every whore I meet moans. They think I'm competition. I am the face of the modern lawyer. The law
You
is
are.
changing in every respect, and this is
You
what
know,
you should
funnily
get
enough-
when you go see a solicitor. Make you feel happy.
Cover that up. Will you?
There's a hole there.
Cover that up.
Are you normally doing that to people?
I am when it's showing.
I've just been assaulted. Go on. You got any legal questions? Come on.
in another guise, you used to be a lawyer, didn't you?
I still am.
Are you? Okay, Claire. Well, it's nice of you to come on.
Yeah.
I've got a letter here. This comes from Alan. Doesn't want to supply his full name and address for obvious reasons. He said, Dear Claire, Gary, composure is all. Right. Would you mind putting this question to Claire? I know it's an offence to go curb crawling for certain female favours, but is it an offence to go to a massage parlour for the same favours?
Well, it's not actually an offence to hire a prostitute in a private place. It is an offence for people to run a massage parlour, but it's actually not an offence to pay for sex. As most men do when they go to massage parlours or to keep their wives, really. Don't
I see,
they?
yes, I suppose, yes. So
That's the sort of modern legal approach that we have. I must
Okay,
tell you
well,
that,
that's good. And
it's perfectly
concern,
right.
always concern. When people write you do write back to them all individually, don't you?
Oh, separately.
Yes.
Yeah, separately, same letter, separately. Yes.
This is a nice one. It says, I've been asked to sign the Official Secrets Act on starting a new job.
Yeah.
Do I have to sign it? I do. If I do, does my agreeing to sign last for life or just for the life of the job?
Well, it's funny that, because I applied for a job and they asked me to sign the Official Secrets Act. They thought I was a man. What do you think of this, Don? I had electrolysis, didn't work. If you sign
A lawnmower wouldn't work on that,
No, it wouldn't, would it? If you, excuse me, what's this? Oh, here. If you sign the Official Secrets Act, then of course you are bound by it, whilst the Official Secrets Act actually applies to you, and that can be for life. Of course, there are people who have broken it. Right, hold on. But the important thing is, if you don't sign it, you won't get the job. If you want the job, you've got to comply with the conditions. Nobody told me this was one of the conditions of coming on this bloody programme.
It's compulsory at the BBC, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Sort of thing. Absolutely compulsory.
And you're a doctor, aren't
I
you?
am, I know. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
One last question.
Yeah,
Excuse me, girls.
Yes.
Hello,
Lovely to see you, darling.
Okay, never mind about that. Right, thank you very much indeed, Claire. Lovely.
most welcome.
Looks lovely, doesn't she?
Most welcome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And
I'm the
time.
only legal eagle with wings.
Time for us to check out the latest news with Jane Walmsley.
Is it all right? Am I glistening? Okay, Matt.
Jane.
Okay. Oh, James.
Yeah, hi. Jane,
Yes.
hi.
Hi,
Time
how's
for the
everything?
news. Fine, having a great show here. You
I'm
look
so
good.
glad.
Doesn't she look
She
good?
looks good.
You look
Thank you.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you
No,
so
you
much.
look lovely.
She takes
Lovely.
my advice.
Have you had a nice weekend, James?
Oh, we had a lovely weekend. We went out, played golf, had a few rounds
Yes.
of golf, had a drink, didn't we? Met up with the family.
Yes, children, wife, fine.
Oh, children, wife, family, cars, baby buggies.
Good, good. Ours was
Disposable
typical
nappies.
family weekend, an absolute nightmare. My 2-year-old is into cryogenics. It's
Oh, no.
really
Well,
bad.
listen, and when we talk to Kate later, I mean, Kate had a wonderful weekend. She was tied up for a few, weren't you, Kate?
Indeed.
You were, yes. Kate was tied up slightly, but you're okay now.
Getting the circulation back into the hand.
Good. So we're going to be with you a little later, Kate. Thank you for that.
Marvellous.
Jane, it's over to you, darling, and the news.
Yes, right. Well, this is the breakfast news. We're back to the headlines, and the headlines this hour are all really, really impressive. Really, they are. And they should be the same for our next update in half an hour. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, half an hour of unbeatable breakfast TV with all of our exclusive, heartbreaking, heartwarming, unique, disturbing, alarming, and shocking stories of human triumph over adversity. Plus, there are features on a few real dopes who just, quite frankly, screwed their own lives up. Plus, we have a whole full schedule of completely inaccurate time checks. And now it's back over to you, James.
Oh, thanks very much indeed, Jane, and we'll see you later. That was lovely, Daniel, wasn't it?
Family's
So
still
lovely.
fine.
She is lovely. Yeah. We're going to check out the weather for you now. You doing anything later? I know Jane hasn't said goodbye yet. I haven't finished yet. Who's doing this?
Family's still fine, James.
Yeah. And are you
I
doing
had a
any-
good weekend.
And you have a nice weekend too. But are you
Thank
doing
you.
anything later today?
Yeah, I'm just going to stick around because, quite frankly, I just want to make sure that nobody calls Tanya Breyer.
Okay. I don't think they will. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Let's
Thank
check
you.
out the latest weather, shall we? Okay, Kate, what's it doing out there now?
Thank you, James. I'd just like to say how much nicer I think Gary's hair is than James. I still think it's looking very odd. I don't like it at all. It's very nice. It's lovely. Dear. Anyway, we've got, basically, let's face it, in 15 minutes, bloody weather's not going to change much, is it? We've still got the clouds here in the Midlands. Might be a bit of a break in the clouds, but there we go. What we're going to do now is look at the weather in a kind of a global sense with our satellite picture. It's slightly out of date. As you can see, it still thinks that Canada is part of the British Empire. And Peru, oddly enough. That's a biggie for Britain. We've got Peru. So, a big hand for Britain there. Marvellous.
Yeah, oh yes, good. Yeah.
And but looking at it,
What about the Isle of Wight?
Bugger the Isle of Wight's not going to show up on a thing like this, is it? So looking at the weather here, I can actually see James and Danielle and Gary and the lovely Doc Cox over there in the corner of the programme. And I think, oh, and a little message. Is it all right if I'd just like to send a little message to Nicholas from Whitchell, who we disturbed earlier on in the programme, and he actually called in. And my message to Nicholas is, no, a quick shag isn't out of the question. Okay, but as I say, fling on a few of these, a bit of sunshine for Scotland, because I'm popping up at the weekend. I don't care about the weather. I don't get out a lot. For God's sake, with what I earn in this programme, I can't afford to go out at all.
Thank you, Kate. Oh, right, thank you, Kate. Right. Should the weather person get applause?
Of course.
No, I don't know. Okay, right. Lastly, our guest of the day. We come up to the end of the show, and we get to. So I think we should invite on a man who has done more for British television, ladies and gentlemen, than anybody else alive, basically. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Chuck.
upon a time, there were 3 cows. There were daddy cow, mammy cow, and baby cow. Now there's millions of them. Jack and Jill went up the hill, hey, to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. I'll tell you that. Where am I? Prawns. About that big. Well, there were this lady prawn. Donkey! And she fell in love with a crab. And we're knocking about together for about. It'd be 2 years. And it was 3. And she says to her dad, Dad! We're always shouting, I've fallen in love and I want to get married. He said, who is it, darling? She said, it's a wonderful crab. And he said, we're having no crabs in this house. He said, they walk funny and sideways. We don't want no crabs in this house. She said, but I've invited him to dinner tonight. He said, he can come to dinner, but there's no wedding. So that night, that night, about 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock, there was a knock on the door. It could have been a ring. Goes to the door, opens the door, in walks the crab, as straight as a die like that, straight across the floor. She says, my darling, you've learnt to walk straight. He said, Mrs. Prawn, I've something to tell you. She says, what's that, Mr. Crab? He said, in life, you've got 2 things to worry about. That's whether you're in good health or whether you're in bad health. If you're in good health, Mrs. Prawn, you've got to worry about. But if you're in bad health, where am I? You've 2 things to worry about. She says, what's that, Mr. Prawn? I've just had a mild aberration. I've got my prawns mixed up with me. Well, I'm not all there. There's something missing. I'm not all there. I'll tell you that. What am I talking about?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
I am now.
Are you sure?
I'm positive I'm all right.
Kate wants to take you off and help you with the
Don't stand too near fire, lad, you'll burn.
Yes. Hang on, you're right.
I'm all right.
Yes, you're
I'm
right.
all right till doctor sees me.
Yeah, well, we've got to get the bus home now because the rush hour's finished, hasn't it?
Hey,
I'll see he's all right.
Yes?
donkey.
You sure you'll be all right? Okay, well, can we see?
I'm sure he's all right.
You sure?
Now, to come again.
Yes.
He's safe in my hands.
Yes.
To come here
You
again.
can. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Jones! I'm over here. Dear me. Well, that's it. That's it. We're back next week, same time, same channel. And thank you to Danielle.
Thank you, good morning.
Thank you to Claire. Thank you to Claire and Danielle
morning.
and Doc over there. And everybody else. That's lovely, isn't it? And you have a nice rest of the day. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Okay, and we'll be clearing up now, and we'll see them all later. Okay, well, that'd be good. Fine. We say bye-bye. Shall we go? Get the bus? Okay, fine. Okay, right. Okay, right.